Hi guys, today is Sunday, and instead of working on my junk journals, which I'm a little bit ahead on right now, I thought that I would work on some memory keeping because I am so behind, like crazy behind. So I wanted to try to take some book pages and make some little envelopes so that I could put one in one of the spreads, and then I thought I would share it with you and show you how I did it. If for any of you who are interested, this is my memory book. It's kind of crazy. I'm like way behind, and I just used some really heavy cardstock and did a comb binding here, and the Heidi Swap Color Shine really got out of control. And as you see, it says January 2017 because that's when I started it, but I haven't done anything. Well, I think these pictures are a little bit after Christmas. So as you can see, I'm like super behind. But I just do really simple, otherwise I never get it done. So I wanted to catch up a little bit today and add a book envelope. So this is what they look like. I did some stitching on it and distressing, and I used some dictionary pages from this children's dictionary from, I think it was like 1950 something, 1957. And I got it for $1.99 at Goodwill. I actually picked up a few different ones, and I love these so much. So anyway, this is what it looks like finished. I stitched around all of the edges. All of the edges. There we go. And I distressed it. And there's plenty of room to put something in there. So I thought I'd show you how I did it, and then also let you know that I just opened an Etsy shop to list my journals. And then I thought, you know, if we do a tutorial like this or something, maybe you guys would like some of the papers I'm actually working with and you'd like to purchase them. So I'm gonna just, you know, see if you guys are interested and post some of these stitched vintage book envelopes on Etsy on my shop, and I'll link that below so you can go check that out. If you guys seem interested or like that, then maybe I'll post some more, but I'll just try one and see what you think. So enough talking, here we go. So I ripped out some of the pages. It didn't really matter, you know, which ones, and then I trimmed them down to 5 1/8 square. And of course you can use any size square in the envelope punch board, but this is what I'm using. So a 5 1/8 square, it's not wanting to focus. There we go. Okay, a 5 1/8 square means you're gonna punch at the 2 mark. And so I'm just gonna do this quickly, but you punch at the 2 mark, you score. Then you line this line up with your line here. Punch, score. Keep doing that all the way around. I guess it's 4 of them total. Okay, so then this is what you get. It's all scored and punched out. Now, I was rounding the 2 corners, and there is a corner rounder punch up here at the top. And we're not wanting to focus again. I hate this. There we go. Okay. All right, it is immediately going out of focus as soon as I get down there. Let's try this. We shall figure this out. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to round the corners for the top and the bottom. There we go. And that's what it looks like. So next, I'm going to distress the edges. It makes it a lot easier to see where my stitching is. So here's one that I already distressed the edges, and I love how you can see a little chipmunk here. So that's really cute. And this one I will be putting as part of the listing because that one's just so adorable. So I'm going to show you quickly here how I distress it. I have some tea-dye distress ink, but you could use any color distress ink or really any color ink that you want to. This is just, you know, what I had and what I'm using. So I just go ahead and distress, well, pretty much every single edge. And I don't do it too heavy. but just enough so that I can see it, and it gives it a little bit of character. And I do both sides so that no matter how you open it or how you look at it, it has that definition. Like there. And then this one, I tried stitching before I distressed on the first one that I did, and I had a hard time seeing the score line under my machine. And then I didn't stop there. I went ahead and did around all the flaps. There we go. Yeah, so I figured, you know, having an Etsy store might help. I don't know, with instead of just doing the PayPal, it would make it a little bit easier for everybody. So the shop name is Nevermore Creations 17, and I will link it below, but Nevermore, I got that from Edgar Allan Poe, The Raven, which is one of my absolute favorite poems. And then I also thought that, you know, Nevermore, like everything that I create is unique and individual. I can't exactly replicate it. So this is a Nevermore creation. You will nevermore get the exact same thing. So that was my thinking behind that. Okay, so this one is totally distressed and ready to be stitched. So then the next step is the stitching, and I have one here where I showed you. I'm using red thread on this one. You could use whatever thread you want. I used white or off-white to start with, and that looked really great too. And it would give a lot of texture in a book, but I thought it might be a little bit difficult to see on the video. So I did a zigzag all the way around the inside here, and then I went all the way along the outside, just like that. And then we'll go ahead and use this one as an example. I got my tape runner here. Let's move this out of the way so we have a little bit of room. Okay. So you could use glue, but you know, and I probably will sometimes, but I'm using this because it's not wet. It dries immediately and it's ready. Okay, there we go. So, and I'm leaving the little tails on the sewing because I think that looks really cool. Of course, you can stitch them off. Yeah, you can cut them off if you want to. But there's actually quite a bit of room in there. I'm going to punch out a few tags out of some of the leftover scraps that I have, and put a few tags in each envelope for you guys. And you don't have to keep them in the envelope. You could, you know, use them wherever in your journal, but they would coordinate, and they're just a freebie thrown in. So that is the finished and how it looks. So there will be 6 in this listing, and I don't know exactly how they'll all look because I'm not done with them, but I will tell you that this one with the statues and this one with the chipmunk will definitely be in there. And if you see here, there's some other options that might be in there. This one has a pretty little flower. This one has like the word citrus and circumstantial. So I'll see what I come up with and get them in the listing for you, and just look below and I'll make sure that's in there before this is uploaded. I hope you guys have a wonderful and restful Sunday and enjoy some crafting.